Hello, Love and Hustle family. Today we are going to go over beyond pricing and what that means for your Airbnb. This is a great tool. Me and Thomas have been using it since probably about March or April of this year. And we've really been using it to really help us in fluctuating our prices and kind of just having a more automated process to doing our pricing because it's a lot to have to go over your the calendar to see what events are going on in town, if it's a holiday weekend. And in our case, we have three different listings. We have 2 rooms in our home, and then we have a condo that we have downtown as well. So that could be a bit much trying to sync all those calendars and make sure everything's okay. So we use Beyond Pricing. And what you're actually going to do, if you're interested in this, you can get one free month if you click the link below. It just puts a little bit of coins in our pocket. It's totally free to you, and you can cancel within 30 days if you do not like it. So I'm going to kind of show you guys the overview of it, so just you can kind of see a sneak peek in how we use it, and maybe if you want to use that to give your Airbnb an advantage, and definitely kind of making it a little bit more automated, because if you're doing Airbnb or if you're thinking about doing Airbnb, you can kind of guess that it's a lot of different moving parts. And if you can get a tool that can help you automate a few things, that's always great in my book. So, okay, so once you click the link below and you create your account, you're going to hit sign up. You'll create your account and it's going to prompt you to link your Airbnb account. So you're just going to put your email, the same email that you use to log into your Airbnb account, and your password for your Airbnb account. So if that's different from the one you just made an account with for Beyond Pricing, you want to make sure you use the one for Airbnb only. And then if you use Facebook or Google to connect to Airbnb, it's going to prompt you on how you can get instructions here on how to actually make a real login for Airbnb. Okay. So once you have your login and your account created and connected, you're going to start getting this. And this is when Airbnb is trying to look up your listings and pull it up, make sure it's syncing. So we're going to take this one, for example. This is one of the rooms in our home that we have on Airbnb. And so you can choose to toggle on or off. So this is the main crux of Beyond Pricing is their health score. So the ideal is 100 here. Right now for this room, we're at 62. And it's going to show you the reason why you get this health score is because right now our bookings for the next 30 days is too low. We're at 33% right now. The ideal would be 50. So it really doesn't necessarily have to hit the 50. I've seen it where we're in like the 42-ish, 48% range, and it'll say just right, which I'll show you on one of the other listings. But right now it's saying it's too low. And then for booking of your next 90 days, ideal is 32, and we're at 12. Now, doing this for the past couple months, I've realized that you kind of got to know your house, your listings, or your properties, because with us, a lot of the people at our house, because we're at a lower price point, which you'll see in a second, they are more last minute bookings. So I think like the month of May, we had got a lot of bookings that were a couple months out, but traditionally we just don't get a lot of 30, 60, 90-day bookings. So we're going to click review prices just so you can see. So in this case, in this scenario, since our health score is so low and we're too low, you want to lower your prices. So this is the meat and potatoes of Beyond Pricing. And this is your base price, which this is where you want to fall in, because what Beyond Pricing is going to do is, for instance, for this day, we'll see here, $32 is our base price. So we got plus $1 for seasonality factor. It's summer, people are traveling, so they added $1 to it. However, because this is Tuesday, which is today, July 5th, I don't have a booking for it. The day of the week factor takes off $2 from this 32. Then we have a minus $8 because one night vacancies are very, very difficult to fill. Now, in our house, we have a one night minimum because we live here too. It's no thing we're here anyway. We can change the room over. So we'll do a one night minimum. In your case, if you are renting out a whole house or whatever, your minimums might be 3 nights, 4 nights, 5 nights. So you might not necessarily have to deal with this. And then we got minus $6 because we also have a vacancy the next day, and then it plus $13 in order to raise it to our minimum price. So this is the base. This is what we wanted to start at $32. Our minimum price, however, is $30. So in this example, we would have been well over, with all these deductions, we would have been well under $30 a night. It probably would have been like 19 or something. So your minimum price here kind of gets you to the lowest, like limbo. It's like, okay, beyond pricing, I understand your algorithm and everything, but I need to make this amount of money at the bare minimum in order for me to at least break even or be a little bit profitable. So in this case, since we have, in the blue is empty rooms. This is what you have vacant. And in the green is successful booking. So this is what people booked. The good thing about beyond pricing, nobody can see so if you book before, you can't see what prices that other people booked at, right? So for us, we have higher numbers on the weekend because people are traveling more on the weekend. So we're up to like 37. So we got plus for seasonality, plus for day of the week. Those type of things. So since we're so low, our vacancies are low, we're actually going to try to drop our base price down we'll drop our base price to 30. And you see how that kind of changed a little bit. And then just because, we want to kind of make some profits better than no profits, so we're going to take our minimum price down to 28. So then you would hit save and sync prices. And then these new prices will be shown within 30 minutes on your Airbnb calendar, because Beyond Pricing actually syncs to your Airbnb calendar. So when people go to book you on Airbnb, they're going to see these same prices that you just saw here. So what you'll do is, like, every day or every couple of days, you can just go in and monitor this, and you'll see if this 62 went higher, up to 70, maybe even 80, or if it dropped lower, which means you kind of got to keep going. That's the thing with Beyond Pricing. It doesn't necessarily suggest a price, versus Airbnb's smart pricing. It does suggest a price for you. So this one you kind of got to tinker with Beyond Pricing, but I like that it tells you why. It really breaks down why they're suggesting these prices, versus with Airbnb smart pricing. It's just kind of, hey, this is what we figured out it to be. So then our second one that we have Airbnb on is our condo. So we're at 88, which is pretty good health score. I've seen this one be as high as 94. And then we have just right at that bookings for the next 30 days. And then for our next 90 days, we're actually too high. So in this case, for 90 days out, when we hit review prices, we will want to raise our prices. When it's too high, that means your pricing is too low, and that's what's causing the spike. So you want to kind of even out. With Beyond Pricing, it's all about a balancing act, right? So we have our base price here at 100. So that's what it'll be deducting from that $100, or adding to that $100. And then our minimum price break even is 70. Okay, so another good thing about Airbnb is the stats. So this will show you your occupancy rate. We put Beyond Pricing, I'm sorry, I said March or April. Actually, February was on the house. So we were sitting at about 96%. So this will show you over the course of the months how our occupancy goes. You want to at least be between 80 and 90%. If you're at 100%, you're losing money. You don't want to be 100% booked. I know it sounds kind of crazy, like, why wouldn't I want to be 100% booked? But we learned that on some podcast. I think it was Get Paid for Your Pad. They were saying 80 to 90% is the ideal. So right here, last month we were at 86%, 93, 86, 93. So right now we're climbing. Just started July, so we're at 45% right now in this particular room. So then this is your average daily rate, and then this is what our additional revenue is. I'm sorry. So as you can see right here, we peaked kind of in April, which is our average length stay. We normally kind of do a lot of one nights. But now we're getting between, I would say, 2 and 4 nights, which is really good, because of course that's less turnover for you, less utilizing supplies and all that good stuff. So this is what it'll tell you what your top bookings were, for how long. This was your additional revenue. And then we also have your chart form if you're more of like a line graph type person. It'll show you from where you started all the way to where you're at right now. And then you can customize. So you can manually override those days. So for instance, at our condo, we have a 2 night minimum, but if it's I see that it's kind of a 1 night situation, I can go in and override that price for that 1 night to kind of drop it if I don't really agree with it or want it to be a little lower, a little higher, etc. So I hope this guys gave you a good overview of um, beyond pricing, like an inside look. We, like I said, we've been using it for February, since February on our home, and then um, since probably March or April on our condo. So we've been really getting really good results with this. Very minimum. You just pay 1% of your bookings for the month. So if you made $2,000 for 1 month, then your bills are going to be like $20. So I really think it's really worth it. Just because I don't have to really, like, I can go in and kind of play with the numbers like I just showed you there, but I don't have to watch it every single day and change and make sure the weekends are this and this and that, like how you have to do, if it was on your own. So I really love it for that. It's awesome for that. I do wish they would kind of give you like pricing suggestions, just because it's like, oh, it takes a minute for like the system to kind of update as far as your health score. So it's like, man, well, what I did yesterday, is that going to affect, how's that affecting my health score the next day? So, but it's really, really good company. I'm really pleased. I don't have any issues with it. It hasn't had any glitches or anything. So it does help you to get your maximum revenue potential that you want to get out of your rooms or your home or your apartment or condo or whatever you are trying to place on Airbnb. So leave me a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Do you like it? Do you want to see more of the tools and tips we use for Airbnb? Just let us know. Feel free to like, share this, comment, subscribe. Thanks, and see you guys later.